Hey, savvy organizers, are you tired of your small closet feeling like a black hole? Does the thought of finding an outfit fill you with dread instead of joy? A stylish closet doesn't have to be a luxury reserved for sprawling walk in closets. Even a small closet can make a significant impact in terms of storage and style. Today, we're going to be diving into 20 actionable closet organization ideas and tips that would help you maximize every inch of your space, create easy access to your clothes and accessories, and even organizing on a budget. So get ready to transform your space and make your closet a functional and stylish part of your home. So we're going to start the foundation of closet organization, excuse me, is decluttering. So with this one, we're going to go with the principle of first things first. So we're going to lay the groundwork for success. These initial steps are crucial for effective organization. So tip one, we start with a clean slate. There ain't no way around it. It's not negotiable. You have to take everything out. Now, what I also found out that worked for me, if it feels or it looks overwhelming, is you can start by sections. When I started organizing my closet, one of my major challenges with the declutteration, or what made me be motivated to clean out my closet, was I could not even walk. That there was like stuff on the floor everywhere. I had to be jumping over stuff to get to the hangers and my clothes, the few clothes that I was able to hang up. So you can also start by declutteration by just doing sections. So if it's something like you cannot walk into your closet, or when you walk into your closet you can't see the floor of your closet, then that would be the first step, because it would not even make sense if you cannot see the floor in your closet and then you're trying to you know like take everything out by going to the hangers and the top shelves and drawers and anything else that you would have in there. So I would say you make it work for you in your own way, but the end goal is to make sure that you take everything out eventually, even if you're doing it section by section. So after this, you know, obviously, if your closet is that decluttered, then you probably haven't wiped it down, the shelves, the hangers. You haven't cleaned it in a long time, and that can accumulate dust. So you work on that, and that also gives you the feeling of starting anew, starting fresh. So, and as you do this, access existing features and make note of the useful built-ins or areas that need reinforcement. Now, we're moving on to the second tip. And the second tip is to group and sort everything out. Once everything is out, it's time to sort. Organize by type. So we're talking about bottoms, tops, dresses, and accessories. Then sort by usage. Create piles like frequently worn, seasonal, special occasion, and rarely used. Don't forget to spot special items that might require shoe organization or easy to find storage, right? And this even goes back to the decluttering process, right? Say for instance, when I started it and I did the decluttering, clearing out of my floor so I can easily walk in and out of the closet, yes, you still declutter by sections. And within those sections that you're decluttering, excuse me, You group and sort everything out as discussed earlier, which is you sort them by type: tops, bottoms, dresses, accessories, rarely used, frequently worn, seasonal, occasional, and rarely used. You do it section, you take it out, you sort, you group and sort everything out. Now, the third step is to pare down ruthlessly. This is often the hardest part, but it is essential. If you haven't worn it in a year, let it go. Be honest with yourself. Donate, sell, or recycle items you no longer need. The goal is to keep only what fits your current style, your lifestyle, and space. A decluttered space not only makes it easier for you to find what you need, but it also brings a sense of peace of mind. So now we have covered the decluttering process, the grouping and the sorting, and the paring down. So we're going to move into now, we have to visualize this and see our space has been decluttered. We have already set up all our different piles, from the sorting and the paring down, tips. Now it's time for us to maximize your space, because now you have a clean slate. You took your clothes out, you sorted them out, you pared them down, you cleaned out your closet, right? So now you can see the space better. And based off of the decluttering, the sorting out, and the paring down, now you can have a better idea of where these things need to be in this open space to fit your lifestyle, your space. So now that we have decluttered, let's talk about maximizing the space that you have. Tip 4 would be to invest in the right closet systems. Even though this one is, I'm also focused on organizing without a budget, on a budget, I'm sorry. I did not, organize my closet to what it is, buying anything outside of really hangers, right? Because I just wanted to create the system, experiment with it, live with it, and see how it works for me. Because a lot of times we get caught up in buying things that we're not really sure if it works for you, right? How many things do we have laying around our house that we saw on the TV ad and got it because somebody else on the ad made it sound like it was going to work for you, and then you got it, but you're not using it? So in this case, I just wanted to experiment with it first, take everything out, do the steps that we have discussed, and then live with it, experiment with it, and then I built a better idea of what I can get that would really work for me. And I'm still in that process of living with it, and I'm loving it, for the simple fact that I can go into my closet and I know where the things are because of the way how I organize them after the decluttering, the sorting out, and the storage of, other items like seasonal things. I'm loving it. My closet is very easy to get into. It's very easy to get out of. I don't dread it anymore, having to look for stuff, because I know where the stuff is at. I organized it. I donated stuff. I got rid of stuff, whether you want to call it weight issues, things that did not fit me anymore, whether it's my size or my lifestyle. And I have just the things that I need. So it's not, but so we're going to go into tip 4, which is investing in the right closet system. You have adjustable closet systems can make your space feel big. Mix and match shelves, drawers, hanging rods, and shoe racks for optimal use. Don't forget, you got the DIY do-it-yourself options, are budget friendly and often easy to install your own. Now, Tip 4 is thinking about a closet system that would work for you. Tip 5 is to think about your vertical space, so you think up, right? You can install a second rod for shorter items like shirts or skirts. Use top shelves for seasonal or less frequently used items, and stackable storage bins are also a great for keeping floors clutter free, which I believe I had, storage bins, right? I was on the road as a trucker for months at a time. So I did have storage bins that I was using in the truck. And now, since I'm not really doing that anymore, like staying on the road for those extended periods of time, I was able to use those bins to store my seasonal items or rarely used items, whatever it is that you want to store that works for you, right? So we're talking about the vertical space. Some closets or most closets maybe have like two like hanging, racks. That would be great. If you already have that, then there's no need to go invest in a closet organization system, except if you want to go into things like shelves and drawers. That's the mix and match option, right? Then of course you can buy that to host things like accessories, or t-shirts, underwear, socks, those kind of things, right? Belts, ties, whichever thing really is your lifestyle. So the second rod option is a great option if you don't have one. If you have one, based on the other tips that we have discussed, after you decluttered, and after you group everything, and after you pare down, now you would have, so that's what I did with mine. So I have the shirts and the pants. The shirts are shorter, right? The pants, would tend to be longer. I'm a little bit over 6 feet, so my pants, but that would be very important for the for the use of your vertical space, because that is also another major issue where a lot of that vertical space, we don't really use it to the best of our advantage to work for us in our closets. Vertical space could be the back of your door, right? You have those shoe organizers that you can hang at the back of your door and things of that nature. So basically, using the vertical space. Tip 5, think up. And then tip 6, that's also something that I did and I can show you guys later. um I bought this hangers. Number one, it looks visually appealing and relaxing to just have all the same, type of hangers in your closet. So I went out and I think I bought a pack of like 200 or 300, I can't remember, from Amazon. So I had uniform hangers, and this was a game changer for me. Slim, non-slip hangers, maximizing hanging space for clothes, plus matching hangers create a streamlined, visually calming look. It just looks better, and when it looks better, it feels better. All my, hangers now are the same. Then the seventh tip is to invest in multifunctional furniture. Look for pieces that serve a dual purpose. Benches with built-in storage or clothes racks with extra shelves add utility. Sturdy cubes or ottomans can double as shoe racks or space for bags. That would be your tip 7. If it was within your budget to go out and buy, double storage functionality stuff, right? That can also, help. Embrace hooks and boards. Don't forget your doors and blank wall space. Add hooks or pegboards to hang bags, hats, belts, and scarves for instant access. So this is all keeping in line with using the available space that you have. Now, we also have the smart storage solutions and organization tools. So with your space optimized, let's talk about the tools that make daily life easier. So tip 9, you can use clear or labeled bins, see-through bins. Make it easier to locate items fast. If you are stacking containers, especially on the top shelf, label everything. Tip 10, use shelf dividers. These are simple tools. These simple tools keep piles from toppling. They are great for separating jeans, sweaters, and even linens. Create an outfit lookbook. This is a fun one. Take pictures of your favorite outfits for each season. Keep a digital album on your phone or print a flip book in the closet for fast inspiration, streamlining your morning routine. So you take pictures of your favorite outfits for each season and you keep that on your phone, or you have a physical album. And that helps you for streamlining your mornings, right? Like when you come in there before, if you have, some people, I don't personally have that struggle, but I guess when you have a lot of stuff, sometimes some people, like what they call it, decision paralysis, like you freeze because you got so much stuff and now you got decisions about what to wear, when to go out. Like if you already have these pictures of what you liked as far as your look in a particular season, then it's easy when you get in. You don't have to deal with that, you know, paralysis, because now you just can't figure out what to wear. It's summer and you had a look that you liked in summer, you take it and just match that and get gone, right? So that will be tip 11. Now, tip 12, use drawer organizers, segment drawers for underwear, socks, and accessories. You can even use DIY dividers like repurposed boxes to save money. So it's not like you necessarily need to go out, especially in the beginning stages. If this is something that is just a new thing for you in terms of organizing, or you had tried it in the past and you kind of like gave up on it or threw in the towel, that is what I would advise, not to be in a rush to go buy out more stuff, because we're talking about decluttering. So decluttering would be effective if you're not decluttering, but then you're buying more stuff, right? And then especially if you haven't lived with the stuff or tested it to find out if it will really work for you. After you deploy all these tips that we're talking about here, then you can move into buying stuff, because now you've already, applied some of the tips, and then you already have a better idea of how it works for you or how it does not work for you. So you can, design one that actually works for you, not getting one that worked for somebody else, but it's not going to work for you. Because we also have to understand, like, this is a very personal issue, and we're all different in our ways. The tips are foundational, wherein you can take that and make it your own, right? So I was talking about over the door hangers. That would be tip 13. So you can install over the door hangers. Those are fairly cheap. You can get those from Walmart, Amazon, Target, I think even Lowe's and Home Depots have some of those kind of things, right? So over the door racks are ideal for storing shoes, accessories, or household linens. They are perfect for small spaces or renters seeking budget-friendly closet organization tips, right? Like if you live in an apartment, or renting a house, or even paying a mortgage on a house. I mean, sometimes you might not have the extra income to say, let me go hire a professional closet, California closets and them, and be like, let them come build me a custom closet, right? No. So if you don't have that, this video is for you, right? Because you got to do what you got to do with what you have. So that when you do have the income to get a professionally organized closet, like a custom built closet, you have a pretty darn good idea of what works for you in your space. Whether it's that particular space or you upgrade your life to like a bigger space, a bigger house and stuff like that, you have a pretty good idea now about what works for you by deploying these tips that we're talking about here. And tip 14 is for the seasonal stuff, how to rotate seasonally. So you keep your closet fresh by rotating. Store off-season clothes in bins on the top shelf or under the bed or anywhere you really, make the space. I have my bins with my off-season things. Like right now it's summer, July 25th, 2025. It doesn't make any sense to have sweaters and jackets and things like that all over the place when we're dealing with 99 degrees weather out here in Texas, right? So that just does not make sense. So that's why you would have the storage bins, the clear storage bins that we discussed in the other tips above or earlier. So when it's off season, no need to have them things cluttered up in your closet. Have your, clear storage bins and put them in there. And when the season comes back, you take them out because that's when you need them. When the winter comes around, you're not going to need the shorts and, all those other, the short sleeved shirts and all that kind of stuff. You're going to be needing warm clothing to keep you warm. So that's the idea about rotating seasonally, and that's tip 14. Now, tip 15 would be to maximize the corners and odd spaces. Don't overlook this. Corner shelves, lazy Susans, or angled racks, you can utilize every inch. Some people have the closet that's kind of like underneath the staircase, right? That would be something that I would consider to be like an odd closet thing. And even in those kind of spaces, you should and you can, with using these tips, be able to utilize every space, every inch. They're great for organizing shoes or storing handbags. So we're almost there. These final steps ensure your closet stays pristine and functional. So tip 16, so roll. We're talking about linens. And I'm learning this myself, and this is something that I'm going to start doing. I haven't started it yet, but it's something that sounds interesting. So to roll, do not fold linens or towels. So I'm learning that this simple trick saves so much space. So if we're talking about maximizing the space that we have, then we employ every simple tip to make sure that we're using it to the best of our ability, right? So rolling, linens and towels, or even tees save space in linen closets and drawers, and it also prevents creasing. So tip 17 is you designate a drop zone. Set a catch-all bin for dry cleaning or maybe keep items. This keeps the main area clear and reduces decision fatigue. Install lighting, Battery-powered LED lights make all corners visible. Illuminated closets feel bigger and tidier. Make it easy to see everything you own. That's the tip. 19. Use baskets for small items. Baskets corral loose accessories, socks, or craft supplies. They are ideal for top shelf or grouping items by category. Tip 20. Important. Maintaining consistency. That is also key to keeping your organized closet. Organization is not a one-time event. So you schedule however your schedule is, a monthly 10-minute tidy schedule. Reset bins, rehang clothes, and refresh labels as needed to prevent clutter buildup. So, before we wrap up, here are some bonus insights and specialized closets and a powerful storage trio. For specialized closets, linen closets, you group them by type and roll towels to save space. Use vertical space for extra shelves. Art supplies closets, pegboards keep brushes and tools visible. Label drawers and rotate seasonal or rarely used materials to back easy access. So, smart storage combo for every closet. And here's a professional organizer's secret for making even the smallest closet efficient and stylish. Bins and baskets. Use matching or clear bins to gather shoes, foldable items, or accessories. They are perfect for the top shelf or under hanging clothes. And label bins means everything stays easy to find. Vacuum seal bags are another option, right? For large out-of-season items like winter coats or extra bedding, these are extremely useful. They compress contents to save serious space and shield items from dust and moisture. Creative hanging space. Rethink your clothing storage. Double up with the second rod